iba't ibang area sa Mindanao. Pero sabi ko nga, hindi natin pwede ma-underestimate ito. Kasi in this day and age, things can just snowball eh. Kaya kailangan vigilant din yung Marcos administration. They're just fortunate na hindi Luzon or hindi Metro Manila ang baluarte ni Duterte. Kung yung baluarte niya, yung Davao City is nasa Metro Manila, ibang usapan ito. Pero ando doon eh. Kaya yun yung ano sa kanila, lucky break nila. But it doesn't mean that they can rest on their laurels. Ano? They would have to keep on fighting it out dun sa communications airspace. Ano to? Battle for narratives na to. Pagandahan ng narratives. Itong one hand, yung technicalities nilalabas sila, kawawa, kinidnap, ganyan, sovereignty, etc. Itong the other, kailangan ilalabas nila unang-una that the arrest was proper and it was well deserved. Pakita nila yung mga krimen ni Duterte. Pakita nila, i-review nila yung mga public speeches ni Duterte na minumura niya yung mga mahihirap, minura niya yung Diyos, minura niya si Pope. Kumbaga, i-revive nila ito so that the people will relive that those dark years na tipong they were living in fear na ganito pala to, di ba? So,
Pero me,
yan yan.
wag na
Ha?
tayong dalawa. I think we have seen enough. I've seen enough of Duterte, to be honest.
Oh,
But nung umalis na siya, parang sabi ko, officially Duterte, tapos parang may tornado typhoon is out of Philippine area of responsibility. Parang ganun yung pinost ko. Like, biglang palakpakan lahat. Sabi, grabe talaga mga tao. Ang dami daw umiyak nung
oh,
firm na talagang dumiretso na. Now, I don't know, son, if you saw you saw the meme na andun yung picture ni Camille Villar na have a safe trip po. Diba? Alam mo yung meme na yan, di ba? Kasi every time may
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
DPWH project ng Duterte admin goes wrong like Isabela. Yung sabi niya, kaya pala may ganun si Camille. Ang sama talaga ng mga tao. But I was worried, baka mamaya
Oh,
ma-interdict pa yan, baka
yeah.
may mag-suicide pa.
Naka-mute ka, Richard.
Kanina I was worried baka mag-suicide.
Naka-mute ka.
Oh, now can you hear me? Can you hear me
Ah,
now?
ah, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Well, yeah, yeah. Actually, maraming challenges, no? Maraming challenges. From what I heard, nag-attempt pa silang mag-seek ng asylum sa Dubai during that layover doon. So gusto nilang they wanted to look for a way to na bumaba kasi yung mga airspace clearances doon from Dubai to the Netherlands meron pang one or two na hindi pa nakukuha. And ang sabi mga several hours to a day pa ang labas. So ngayon
Oh,
nakita
yeah.
nila and so nag-attempt sila. They actually attempted. Buti na lang magagaling din yung mga crisis managers doon sa ano overseeing itong na to.
So,
Kaya hindi no let up until
grabe,
the
no?
last minute.
Parang Netflix talaga to. Netflix, no? Every talagang grabe. Parang pwede may GoPro yan.
Yeah.
No, I want to ask about this kasi,
Parang reverse no Argo, ganun.
yeah, exactly, grabe. I mean,
Parang reverse no Argo.
I know, grabe,
Oo.
grabe. Reverse, parang, in this case, you're getting the bad guys out. Sabi nga ng ano, di
Oh,
ba? It's so crazy, it might work. Di ba? Yun yung sinabi nila. The plan
yeah.
is so crazy, it might work. Ito, it's so crazy.
Yeah, this
Came
might
back.
work.
It was crazy.
No,
It came back. Yun ang,
Hollywood.
yun ang ibang argo na yan.
Hmm.
I'll make a joke out of that soon. But, Sunny, before we go to the victims, which is the real issue, because you were a part of the communications that was filed, I want to discuss slightly Matabato, Las Canas, lahat ng mga tao na tumulong for this moment to happen. Can I slightly talk about the broader geopolitical implications? Because ako immediately, practically in all my international interviews, sinasabi ko, eto na lang sigurong big catch ng ICC for the foreseeable future, if not their biggest catch ever, right? Malabo yung Afghanistan, nasa kuweba yung mga yan. Malabo si Putin, he's in Kremlin, and malabo si Netanyahu because Trump will support him and well, Israel is Israel. And Hamas, whatever. Hindi mo mahanap mga yan. So this is basically their only chance to get a big profile guy. And although he's not the first Asian to get the warrant of arrest, because Afghans are technically Asians too, but he'll be the first Asian to be tried and most likely convicted, right? If things go as they
Mhm.
are supposed to go. How big is this for ICC and the rules-based international order? And were you surprised that US, parang wala pang statement ng US, may, kasi syempre yung US anti-ICC ngayon because of Netanyahu, di ba? Pero parang, kasi, Sonny, I'll tell you what, it was so funny. um, we were all watching what will China say, pero lahat ng mga DDS tinatag si POTOS. POTOS Donald Trump, JD Vance, Elon Musk, save Duterte from globalist ICC, BBM International. I don't know if you saw that. They were asking help from
Yeah,
Trump. Nagfeeling Netanyahu sila. I mean, how important is that part of the crisis management to make sure US at the very least just doesn't say anything, considering kalaban ng US ang ICC ngayon?
Okay, unang-una yung sa ICC. I think this is the perfect time for them to have hindi lang yung warrant kundi an actual arrest na ito na kumbaga you'll earn your keep. Kasi si Duterte is the poster boy of a tyrant who committed crimes against humanity. He is basically the reason why ICC was created. Ito yun, siya yun. Siya yung epitome ng isang war criminal na
Warlord. Warlord.
nag-oppress or warlord. So yan yun. This is good for them. Kaya they are determined to see this through. Ngayon, maganda rin kasi talagang manu-neutralize yung political uh, projections sa kanila about yung warrants of arrest kila Putin, sa Netanyahu and others. Parang may geopolitical doon aspect. Ito wala. Ito yung talagang neutral from a relatively kumbaga politically moderate country. Ito na ngayon, 'di ba? Lumabas. So, okay, that's good for them. Ngayon yung sa naman, yung sa side ng US so far. Anyway, I believe it was no, may mga enough signals naman na yung US to begin with na yung opposition nila sa ICC is limited to the
Their ally lang.
Israel case.
Just to their ally friend.
Oo. Oh, just to their allies. So, kuhan ngayon. And while ally nila yung Pilipinas, alam nila na pro-China si Duterte. Ngayon, um, sinasabi nila, ini-encourage lang namin everyone to do the same. Kaso yung EU, especially now with the split nung transatlantic alliance, parang na-bolster ulit yung standing ng ICC kasi they now have EU solidly and firmly behind them at they want this case. So ito yon. It's going to be a well celebrated case. Now, yung iano ko lang to, no, yung sa
Please.
na-mention mo kanina about yung legalities, di ba?
Sorry, I
Uh,
forgot to ask you. Yun nga eh, like, uh, na hindi siya pinasok to get a warrant of arrest from a regional trial court or whatever. There was a slight debate around it, but moot and court na siya, moot and academic na siya ngayon kasi ano na siya. But for the sake of argument, Sonny, where do you stand on this? Was that a rendition, extraordinary? Was it outside the box, as Justice Carpio put it in our interview, or was it no? It was just standard operating procedure because he's an international criminal per the red notice and you just follow. Last time I checked, Putin was not part of ICC, right? Russia is not part of ICC. Afghanistan is not. So I don't just see the argument of, oh, we're no longer a member of ICC, therefore.
Oh, okay. So, those raising the arguments about yung nakalagay kasi doon yung competent judicial authority sa Article 59 or basta iba't iba yung sinasite nila. Ang ang tanong kasi dito, before they get into that argument, meaning nire-recognize nyo yung jurisdiction ng ICC. Di ba? It's either you recognize the ICC that ICC has jurisdiction while we were a member or not. Pag sinabi mong you don't recognize, don't get into the procedure, di ba? Okay. Now, if you recognize, sabihin, mali yung procedure, dapat dinala siya sa court. Ang nakalagay dun sa Rome Statute is competent judicial authority. Now, Early on, I had a conversation with the ICC people. Um, Kilinarify ko yan eh. Ano ba yung competent judicial authority? Ang sinasabi nila, it is up to you. Kayo yung mag-define. In some cases, yung mga na-issue ng warrant nila, it's either the Minister of Justice or any prosecutor. Ganon, sinabi nila. So, dito, ino-automatic na competent judicial authority is automatically a judge. No. According to the ICC, at requirement ng ICC to, therefore sila yung masusunod, hindi yung definition natin. Unang-una, hindi nga defined. Sinasabi lang competent judicial authority. So a prosecutor is a competent judicial authority. Ano to eh? Prosecutor General pa yung nilagay natin dito. Nakalagay doon, inobserve niya, tama ba yung person, yung pinagsaserban, di ba? Tapos ano ba, meron bang, is he being tried for the same set of facts dun sa local courts? Wala. Alam ng Prosecutor General dapat yan. So, ano ba, proper ba yung arrest na ginawa? Binasahan ba siya ng Miranda rights, etc.? Yun lang eh. Ando doon eh. So, na-affirm yun, na-complete yung marami lang kasi syempre, self-serving yung mga Duterte na tipong kailangan court ito, local courts. The Rome Statute never said local courts. Sinabi nila competent judicial authority, and according to the ICC, when asked, it could mean the Minister of Justice or any prosecutor. So tapos ang debate, di ba? So yun na yun. Tapos meron doon nakalagay, he should be examined by a ano no, by an ICC accredited doctor. So I also clarified that ano ba yung ICC accredited doctor? Ang nakalagay doon, ang sabi na ICC, hindi yun applicable sa atin kasi that's only for member states, yung current member states. So, pwede any doctor. So, kung yung NP doctor, pwede, di pwede yun. Di ba? So, kumbaga, na-satisfy yung mga requirements nila. Ngayon, yung sinasabing yung point na, is it surrendering yung ating sovereignty? Kasi, bakit natin sinuko yung ating citizen? Ngayon, I refer
Kidnap daw,
them to
kidnap daw.
section.
Sunny, kinidnap daw.
Oh, kinidnap. Oh. Oh, so I refer them to ano, hindi yung mga lawyers kasi sinasabi nila kailangan daw may extradition request from the ICC bago magano. Mali kasi nakalagay dun sa ano nga natin no, Republic Act 9851. Ito yung law that defined crimes against humanity, genocide, etc. Section 17 dun sa jurisdiction dun sa second paragraph maliwanag na kung merong akusado na ano to iniimbestigahan ng isang international tribunal, the government authorities may dispense with their own investigation and surrender that person doon sa international tribunal. It's so specific, it's tailored to the T. Kumbaga, wala na magdedebate, and this law was passed back in 2009. The Supreme Court never ruled it as unconstitutional at hindi ito surrender ng sovereignty. In fact, it was an exercise of our sovereignty. We exercised make ano kay option kay whether to surrender or not. Sinurrender natin kasi we exercised our sovereignty. Kumbaga ganun 'yon. And ano to, palagay ko wala nang ano dito besides moot and academic na, but ano yan,
Just to clear
I
the air,
think
no? Yeah,
everything was done by the
I have a couple of questions towards the end of our discussion. Just to be clear, si Luis Moreno Ocampo, nakasama ko doon sa isang panel in Inside Story in Al Jazeera kagabi. Siya yung former chief prosecutor ICC who oversaw yung kay Bashir, yung leader ng Sudan, no? Back in the day, he made it very clear the only authority to decide on these questions are the judges on International Criminal Court. No one else. Philippines
precisely.
court can do nothing else. He just dished it out like, no, it's over. He's a criminal. He's an international. He should go.
Yun na nga, yung sinasite nila yung Rome Statute, sino mag-interpret niyan? Requirement yan ng ICC. If the ICC is kumbaga tinanggap nila na yung mga yan. Therefore, tama yung interpretation ng Pilipinas. Kumbaga, otherwise, he won't be accepted. Mm.
Just another question, very important. Best friend mo to, di ba? Si Bato. Ano sabi niya? Hinamon ka niya. Eh!
Mm.
Ano? Ano tawag niya? Parang ano, may term siya eh. Something like,
Oh. Go
dear,
ahead, make my day.
like, make my day. Okay, make my day.
Oh.
Make my day. Sunny Trillanes, make my day. Okay, will you make his day soon? Is he in the second wave soon? Or
Ah,
magpilolaksan
Ako
mo?
nga, sabi ko nga, ano no, it's up to him kung lalabas siya o hindi. Pero from what I heard, konti pa. Malapit nang mabuo pero hindi pa nabubuo. So, pero it's up to him if he will take my word for it. Pero kung may
Okay.
source iba,
Make
oh, yan. Oo, sabi niya, go ahead, make my day.
my day, ah. So
Hmm.
his day will come soon. The right things are coming. Siguro baka gusto
Yeah.
niya check ng Colombo rin niya. Going back to this, nevertheless, at least one service says that Bongo could be even number one or at least top five. Bato still kind of has a chance. How do you see this affecting the elections or should be affecting the elections in terms of battle of narratives? Because as we speak, for the past 27 hours, I've been trolled like crazy, tinitwist yung words ko na parang inaano ko daw yung Mindanao. And I know, sabi ko, baka ang talagang plano ngayon is, kumbaga, to portray this as if this is not only attack on Duterte, this is attack on all of us from Mindanao and marginalized people. Parang ganun na yung narrative ng DDS ngayon eh. Yung parang Mindanao, rise up, this is parang ano betrayal of us, parang binastos yung ating the son of Mindanao. Yung ganyan ng narrative eh. Ako may sinabi lang ako na may mga regions sa Mindanao na medyo lower human development index ganyan. They made a lot they're in that weaponization mode eh. So should we worry about the kind of maybe not malawakan na nationwide but at least in Mindanao and some regions medyo manggugulo sila ng konti yung mga DDS? Or will it even have wheels or legs?
Ah, Ang ano ko nga dito, ang pinaka-gauge ko is yung initial expression of outrage. Ano ba ito? How widespread is it? It's nowhere near the EDSA stress level. Pero it's not necessarily na tipong okay na, relax na tayo, let's be complacent. No, kailangan pa rin i-convince, sabi ko nga, battle of narratives na to, the narratives na kailangan manaig is Duterte is a criminal. He killed thousands of people. Meron sa sariling drug cartel, niloko niya yung mga tao, everything was a lie. Tapos marami siyang mga rights na binayolate. Kumbaga, yun dapat ang nananaig na narrative, hindi yung technicality na itong Rome Statute, etc. Kung ano man, ganun eh. Tapos yung nakakaawa, yung images na ganun. Hindi yon eh. So,
Just to be
kumbaga,
clear, sir,
ngayon yung
Tanya, sorry for cutting you. Yung pray for the old
yeah,
man was for Pope Francis, not for Digong. I don't know if you saw that
yeah,
online, like pray for the old man. That was for
yeah,
Pope
yeah.
Francis, hindi for. But to be serious
Mm.
about this, actually, we seriously, of course, pray for the Pope Francis. We love Pope Francis, but seriously, also dito, Sonny, I want to ask you, gaano kahalaga na marinig ng tao nung boses ng mga tunay na biktima? Halos di ko narinig ng boses nila. I'm talking about literally. Nabasa ko yung libro ni Patricia, nabasa ko yung mga interviews sa'yo, nakausap na kita, nakausap ko yung mga abogado. Pero sa totoo lang, Sanya, even as a journalist, even as someone who's been following this, writing on this, parang kapos na kapos ako pagdating sa coverage. I don't know if you watched that movie in 1985, yung sa Desaparecido sa Argentina, when they interviewed yung mga victims sa public TV and sinabi ng mga babae ni rape sila, sinabi ng lalaki na torture sila, na-turn yung public opinion eh. Ako sa tingin ko, nakulang talaga kami sa media eh. And even academia, I would say, in terms of making sure marinig yung boss. Yeah, I mean, Sonny, you are a hero. You did your job. I'm just saying, medyo kulang yata tayo dun eh. Yung boses ng mga totoong victim eh.
Hindi. Ako, I totally agree. I think yun na nga ang pinakang ano dito, ang major reason dito was the shutdown of ABS-CBN. Before, ang flow ng information, TV Patrol yan. Nakikita nila, 85 to 90% of the general public tuned in dyan pag nakakita yan. Kumaga, from the various islands, kuhang-kuha yan. Kaso when ABS-CBN was shut down, naghanap na yung iba. They did not necessarily go to
Other main
um,
stations. Yeah.
GMA, GMA 7, merong lumipat pero not all. Not all. Kaya nagpuntahan na sa TikTok, sa nabasag na nabasag na. Ngayon, kaya if you want to communicate with them, you have to reach out through various modes. Iba-iba talaga. Maraming nangyayari dito sa Pilipinas na totally clueless na yung iba't ibang areas of the country. Totally oblivious sila. Kaya it may take a while even for some Filipinos to hear about the arrest of Duterte. Kasi normally sa atin din sa Metro Manila, if something big that happens like this, ang assumption natin, the man on the street in let's say some island in Visayas, alam din niya yung nalalaman natin. It's not necessarily so it's a challenge, it's a communication challenge, pero dapat yung nasa Marcos administration, they should have the resources, the whole propaganda apparatus of government to disseminate information. So dapat nananaig sila dito. Kaya yan dapat ang challenge now. I think with the new PCO secretary, tapos si Yusek Claire Castro, malaking ito. Nagkakaroon na ng content yung mainstream media and the social media influencers. So I think that's a good start. Pero yung kabila, talagang well-funded yung kanilang
Nakalatag na
social media
eh.
machine.
Yeah, son, malakas
Oh,
pa rin sila in fairness. I felt the heat again over the past.
malaki. Nag-expand sila. Oh.
Malaking budget, no? Mukhang money trail. We have to
Yeah,
really go after the money trail.
yes, pero ito na ngayon. With Duterte, kumaga arrested and detained sa The Hague, who foots the bill now? Di ba? Who foots the bill? So, hopefully makikita natin yan kung slowly dissipate yung mga pro-Duterte influencers in the coming weeks. Ibig sabihin nun, nagsara na yung gripo. So, titingnan natin. Otherwise, somebody else is footing the bill. Tingnan natin kung sinong pilantropo yan sa
Some
kanilang
other
side.
country.
Oh, but ano pa rin yan? Kumbaga,
Yeah.
hanggang kailan yon? Hanggang kailan? So, we will see. Ngayon, tignan natin yung effect. Ano ba itong arrest na to? Is this a game changer for the Duterte camp? Will it favor them? So, kumbaga, ano muna tayo dyan? Um, the verdict is still out there.
Yeah, yeah.
Ngayon, kukunin natin. Oh.
Yeah.
Anuhin muna natin. Siguro mag-percolate yan within 2 weeks. Tapos snapshot tayo, makikita natin kung anong impact.
Yeah.
Um,
Sunny, I was thinking, yun nga, siguro isang dahilan na marami sa mga biktima or mga pamilya ng mga biktima hindi nagsalita or hindi sila lumalapit sa media or lumalayo dati is because natatakot sila, di ba? Baka may JK pa sila, baka balikan pa sila ng pulis. Pero ngayon, meron ka ng you have the right authorities there. You have CIDG Chief Torre, who's very, very clear na I really hate niya yung mga EJK, yung mga ganyan. You follow the letter of the law, the spirit of the law. Do you think there should be a coordinated effort whereby journalists, content creators like myself, for instance, we can go and interview these people with the protection of police para hindi rin natatakot yung mga victim or something like that? Or at least with assurance na there will be no undue interference by people who could be implicated. Kasi naturally, the next step would be dapat may investigation of other police officials, yung mga scalawags na involved din sa mga EJKs.
yes, for sure. Dapat no let up. Yung pag-pursue ng mga iba't ibang mga perpetrators do sa hindi covered ng ICC, pwede silang ikasuhan do sa 9851. Lahat ito pwedeng gawin. Tapos at the same time yung information war. Kasi nga habang hindi pa natin na-determine, sabi ko nga the jury is still out, di pa natin alam ano pa yung ultimate verdict by sabi ko mga ganyan normally magpe-percolate yan 2 weeks. Tignan natin yung
Really
kung
packed.
meron bang yung trajectory niya kung sumirit sila, okay, maganda sila yung nanalo at least temporarily, short term. So kailangan mo ng lalo pang dumiin. Pero kung bumaba sila because of this, na tipong at some point kasi the reality will set in na hindi na siya makakabalik. So the sooner
Yeah,
mangyari
right.
yan, the sooner people will move on. They will move on to through life. At pero syempre yung mga loyalists, yung mga fanatics, doon pa rin sila pero mananaro na yung base nila.
It will be
Mag-defect.
a small minority, maybe strong in Davao and some parts of Mindanao for understandable reasons, but more or less that. So contained basically. Last point, naka-pink naman ako for a reason na. Eto na, sorry, magpakabait na tayo. Si Lloyda Lewis, I mean, first of all, happy Women's Month, and I think it's great that three judges who released this warrant of arrest were all women. One from Benin, one was from Mexico, and one from Romania. So basically, post-colonial or post-Soviet lahat. So this is not your white man's court, literally and figuratively, right? But speaking of this, Sonny, what do you think about opposition? Akbayan was very clear. Persa Sendanya, Risa were very clear. All of them have been supporting you through and through. Um, Do we think that the rest of the team maybe should step up and hindi na mag both sides, wala nang mga both sidism. Let's listen to both sides. I think we should listen to the side of the victim and make sure that the ICC gets the job done. Dapat ganun yung linya, right? Kung totoo kang opposition. I think we should just call it for what it is, right?
Yes, and I think it behooves each of them to have a definitive statement on this one. This is a historic moment. Ano ba? Ano ba ito? Hindi naman pwedeng parang as if this didn't happen. Di ba? Ano ba? Ano bang sentimiento nyo talaga? Siyempre, di ba? Tignan natin. Pero at this point in time, there are no assumptions. We cannot make assumptions. Kasi I don't know if you're quiet na ganito kaingay, everybody, alam niyo may nagse-celebrate Nagpa-private celebration yung mga groups of people just because na nakulong si Duterte. Ganun ka ano to, ganun yung feeling. Doon naman sa Mindanao, nagluluksa naman sila, talagang they felt feel really bad, nagiiyakan. So this itong mga political leaders saan tayo, di ba? Pero yun na nga, siguro talagang the realities of campaign politics mas nangingibabaw, it's up to them. Okay na ba 'yan? Medyo
Yeah,
behave
yeah,
na
yeah,
sagot
yeah,
na ba
yeah,
'yun?
yeah. I think I was okay. So, just to have an electoral thing, Sonny, paano
Yeah.
yan? You are in the middle of a race pa rin. But at the same
Yeah.
time, you are also the hero of the moment. I'll give it to you. Actually, mommy ko nag-comment siya. Parang ang gwapo nila Sanya at saka niya, ano, yung picture niyang dalawa. Was that an Armani suit? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I cannot not notice. Parang ganda ng suit niya, yung blue navy. Sino bang tailor niyo? Pakitext sa akin mamaya. You look amazing. You look amazing. God bless you. Dalawa kayo
Yeah.
ng beshi niyo. Obviously, you feel special about it. Again, I understand Caloocan is a different race and all, but since the last month we talked, Sonny, how is the race going and how are you feeling about this race? Balita ko kay Nograles medyo nag-tighten na sa Davao. I don't know if I can trust some of these surveys, but especially now, suddenly the vice mayor race is also important, no? What do you think? What is your sense of the Caloocan race and its implication?
Okay, ikwento ko lang no, Richard. With the arrest of Duterte, Carlo Nograles can actually file for a disqualification case against Duterte. And ano yan, kasi for very valid reasons, hindi na siya makaka-serve. So, made-deprive din yung, yung taga Davao ng mayor. So, pagka tinanggal siya sa balota, you have Carlo Nograles as the new mayor. Otherwise, kung hindi siya madi-disqualify and for some miracle na nagkaroon ng outpouring of sympathy, manalo pa rin siya kahit wala siya dito physically, then magkakaroon ng vacancy sa mayor. The vice mayor now will assume, and that is Baste. So I think Carlo Nograles should file that disqualification case. Now, anyway, doon naman sa Caloocan, alam nyo, maraming maka-Duterte sa Caloocan. In fact, yung mga leaders namin on the ground, talagang nag-iyakan din sila. Pero ano sila, they're still for me. Kasi alam nilang iba eh. Iba yung situation nila. Ito yung gut issues. These are the day-to-day problems, day-to-day environment that they're living through. So it matters to them. It matters sa kanila yung kanilang political idol and everything. Pero they can dichotomize yung dalawang mundo na yan. So anyway, ang situation doon is yun nga, based doon sa last survey namin, nagta-tighten na. I was 45% nung last survey and yung incumbent mayor is 52. Though may tatlong undecided. So, and I came from 8% last year. So, I think that's a
Big
good
jump. Yeah.
upward trajectory.
Trajectory. Yeah.
So, ano yan? Pero sige lang, kayod lang. And wala pa naman tayo sa campaign period.
Yeah.
And if the campaign period tabla ng laban, I think medyo maganda. Mm.
Wala bang option pwede isama mo yung kalaban mo sa ICC? I'm just kidding. No, but di ba marami rin mga EJK nangyari dyan sa Caloocan, di ba? Di ba kaibigan
Oh,
ni
yes.
Polong si ano,
The
yung ano
biggest.
mo, yung Polong, si Polong,
No.
kaibigan niya yung ano mo, di ba? Maybe, baka naman, may
Mm.
wave 3 ng ICC, di ba? I'm just saying, wala akong
Yeah.
in-imply. I mean, I'm always saying, Sonny, after coup d'etat, that's your another option, just in case. But kidding aside, I'm sure, Sonny, no matter what happens, you are going to be at the center of Philippine politics in the best way possible, including at the center of Twitter wars along with yours truly. I'm glad to be parang Batman Superman tayo talaga eh. Toxic masculinity daw tayo. Grabe naman mga tao. Happy Women's Month and sabi ko nga Sunny, this is a safe space for you and Ronald to vent it out. Pero I'm glad na mabait ka. I think it's good moment to be mabait. Just before we close this, anong mensahe mo sa ating mga kababayan? Because not long ago, may mga nagsabi na nawawala na silang pag-asa sa bansa natin, nadidepress na ibang tao. I think even Lloyda Lewis, I mean, with all her support and love for the country, at some point umamin yata siya dun sa isang interview na pati siya parang nawawala na siya ng pag-asa. I understand her kasi may US din siyang side, di ba? Na parang Trump and all. I'm sure she meant it in a sense of just a temporary despair. I know her heart is in the right place. But anong mensahe mo sa mga taong iyon? May pag-asa pa ba ang Pilipinas? And what should we do to make sure we get the best out of our democratic space right now and this historic moment sa ICC?
Okay, they have to keep the faith, Kasi nakita nyo naman in moments of despair, may mga ganitong bright lights, di ba? And these are just manifestations na ano pa naman, kumbaga talagang in this age-old battle between good versus evil, talagang nananalo yung good eh. So at some point may mga rectifications yan, may mga healing moments yan. It may not come as soon as you want it, pero it eventually always will, no? So kailangan lang natin kapit lang and things will go our way at some point in the future. Ganon 'yan kasi I some people ask me saan ko kinukuha yung optimism na yan. Sabi ko, nakulong ako ng 7.5 years. You'll have to keep on hoping that one day you'll get out and eventually it did. Di ba? It came. So, gano'n lang yan.
7 lang yan. 7 years yung hinintay natin tong ICC, 7 years sa'yo, 7 years si De Lima. Of course, yung favorite player natin si Cristiano Ronaldo, number seven. I mean, I know it sounds so insensitive, but there's something with this number seven, right? Like there's something decisive that happens every 7 years or something like that. Maybe I'm just being too numerologist or something about this. Mabuhay ka, Senator Sonny Trillanes. We love you. We support you. We really thank you. And sabi ko nga, whatever you want to say about BBM, whether it's indecisive or sabog yung press conference, at least magpasalamat tayo na may dalawang letter T. General Torre and Senator Trillanes. You two are giving us a lot of hope, and you two are among our favorites. Every time you're here, there's so much excitement about it. Mabuhay ka, Senator Trillanes. Magpahinga ka. And looking forward to catching up also in person for more Marites in person. I'm sure nagpakabait ka eh. I'm sure marami ka gustong sabihin na hindi mo. Let's just talk in person. God bless po. Talk to you soon, sir.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thank you.
God bless po.